So, but boy, you've had time to do such benevolent work, which I want to get to shortly, but just some of the fun things you do. I mean, I read that you have built a vibrant and encouraging community for poker learning. I mean,
Yeah,
is that,
right. Well,
or people there that lost I just lost 50,000 in Vegas. I need some encouragement.
right. No, so that started like a lot of the stuff that I do has started with me developing a passion for something. And then I don't really do things halfway. I kind of get into things all the way. And what I found is that podcasting is such a great way to learn something. And
Hmm.
so I don't know, it was like 12 years ago or so. I used to fish a lot with my kids. They kind of lost interest in fishing. And so I talked to two of my buddies. And between the three of us, we had 10 teenagers. And we were like, how can we help? How can we connect with our kids? Like, how can we make sure we stay connected as they grow up here?
Oh, get
And
them
somebody
addicted
said,
to poker. I guess that would.
well, right, exactly. Let's just gamble together. How about that?
Yeah.
But no, somebody said, has anybody ever played Texas Hold'em? And we're all like, not really. And so we actually started doing that. We get together with the 13 of us and we play for a quarter for the whole night and we just had fun. But then a couple of us just fell in love with the game. And so I actually ended up starting a podcast out of that geared toward recreational players, people that just sort of play home games and that thing. And it just grew and grew and grew. And it became a top 10 poker podcast and eventually became like a membership site. And so we offer all kinds of training and that sort of stuff. But it's the whole goal is really, like you said, to create this vibrant and encouraging poker learning community where a lot of people that play poker, they're afraid to go to the casino because if they make a mistake or if they make a bad play, somebody's going to berate them and kind of get in their face and make fun of them and all that stuff or get mad at them. And so, our whole goal is to try to create this community where it's safe to play and we can just have fun and learn the game together.
Well, yeah, that's cool. I just keep thinking boy, I hope none of them get addicted and then lose their shirt in
Yeah, I mean
Vegas.
that's always a risk too, but I think the stakes that we're talking about it's just pure recreational players,
That,
and so I suppose that can happen. But I think when you do it the right way, it's really more of a hobby, fun thing, and that's why the focus stays there. Not we're not out there encouraging people to take their life savings or to give up their career and become a professional gambler or anything like that. But yeah, I mean obviously that does happen.
and all these things have details, all hobbies and everything, because I run across it on TV sometimes, and I
Yeah,
have no idea what's going on. I
right.
have no idea what's going on.
Well, it's one of those things that it's like so many things in life where on the surface it just seems easy, right? Like,
Mhm.
oh, here's the game. And it's really a pretty simple game to learn. But as you get into it, there's a whole language and there's more strategy and there's just layers and layers and layers, just like podcasting, right, Tom? I mean, you kind of get into it and you realize, boy, this is a lot more complicated than I originally thought.
Yeah, people say, "Oh, yeah, you're just talking to Mike." Well, yeah,
Right.
that's one
That's
millionth
it.
of the whole deal. Yeah. Uh,
Yep. Anybody can do that, right?
Tell us,
Yeah.
tell us about the disc golf. I mean, I played golf as a kid. The only job I ever had was I cut the fairway, not the fairways, no, the rough. They
Yep.
wouldn't let you cut the fairways unless you knew what you were doing. And but now disc golf. What's there's
Yeah.
probably details to that too, I guess. Right?
It's the same thing like poker was. So about 3 years ago, my son got into disc golf. He said, hey, you should come do this because I was trying to get more steps in. I was trying to be a little bit more active, but I hate just walking. Like I get so bored.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, try disc golf. And so basically you just take like what are frisbees. Now there's all kinds of different plastics and molds and that kind of thing. But basically it's a frisbee that you throw and you see how many shots it takes you to get into a basket. And then there's courses set up that might be 9 holes, 18 holes, whatever kind of thing. So it's just like golf in that way, but it's just how many shots does it take you to get in the basket? And so I started getting into that. And of course, like I do, man, this is fun. I want to learn from people that really know this thing. So I started a podcast. Why wouldn't you? Right. But it's just such a great way to learn the game. It's a great way to get to know other people in the industry and that sort of thing. So yeah, so I have the Northern Chains Disc Golf podcast, but it's all based on, I love this. I want to learn more about it. And I want to actually give people some sort of information that are in my shoes, like because there weren't many disc golf podcasts out there for people that are just trying to learn the game. Because like poker, it seems easy. Just go buy a frisbee. Well, now there's all these different kinds of drivers and different molds and manufacturers, and it just gets complicated.
You got to
So
have the shoes, the golf shoes, and you got to.
Yeah, I don't have the golf shoes yet. I probably should. But
do they have golf cart or disc
well,
golf
there's
carts?
bags and carts, and there's there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And so I think for me, what I like to do is because I like to try to keep things simple, but then it gets complex. my role in the universe, if you will.